Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you the best SEO and GEO extension that you can find for free on the internet. To do that, go to sorank.com, we'll go straight to More Chrome extension, and here we'll land on our extensions page. We can click here on download it for free, and we'll arrive on the page where there are over 1,000 downloads, 1,000 active users, a 5 out of 5 rating, which is the maximum score with the presentation photos. Of course, this extension is available in every language, so don't hesitate to download it. It's 100% free. Once you've added it to your Chrome, you'll be able to click here to simply pin it like this. Once that's done, it'll show up here and you'll be able to click on it. And there, the magic happens. We're going to have absolutely all the information. And as you can see, here we have a graph that's appeared, which is directly the data from the Google Search Console for this specific page. Below, we're going to have all the recommendations that will need to be implemented to improve the search engine optimization of this page. And above, you're going to have the score, SEO, the GEO score, which corresponds to the ranking in AIS. The technologies used on this site, the number of H1, H2 headings and the others. Directly, the performance score from Google PageSpeed Insights on mobile and on desktop. Here, we go directly through the API that can be found on PageSpeed Insights. Here, we'll see the details of keywords, images, links, and AI bots. Is your site accessible from AIS? Here, we're going to see the dark mode. Here, we'll see all the settings directly that you'll be able to set up, share the sites where you use Sorank, the extension language, the audit language, the default theme, and also the Google Search Console improvements. I'll show you that later. So, if we go back here to the dashboard, we'll have all the information that I've already presented to you. Next here, we're going to have the heading analysis, so how the page will be represented on Google, with the meta description, the meta title. Here, we'll see the list of the entire heading architecture. And if, for example, we go to a site where the architecture isn't well set up, we'll have recommendations, what needs to be deleted, what needs to be transformed, so the H1s into H2s, and what needs to be deleted when the headings are simply empty. Next, we're going to have the image analysis. So here we can see that we have images that are very heavy, especially this one. And so we'll be able to download it easily, or we'll be able to download all the images by compressing them, either keeping the original format or in WebP or in PNG. We'll also be able to see the missing alt tags. So that's super important. We just have to click on it and it applies a filter directly. Next, in the links, we'll have the entire link analysis, internal, external links, internal nofollows and external nofollows. And that's going to be super important. It's the next tab, it's going to be the keyword analysis. Is the keyword present in all the places where it should appear? For example, here, let's go see directly. For the organic ceremonial matcha tea, if we launch the extension, we can see that in the keywords here, matcha is indeed in the title, in the H1, in the meta description, and in the URL. The first bold keyword is indeed the keyword matcha tea. It's in the H2, H3, all the way to H6, it's in the alt tag of an image, it's in the anchor of one of the links, and it's in bold. And that is super important. Next, we'll look at the other keywords. And so here, you will easily be able to see if the keyword placement is being respected. Below, for the main keywords, you're going to see precisely whether there's any over-optimization or not. Here we can see that matcha has a high density, but that's normal, it's the product name. Right here, in the technical analysis, we can see that everything is good. We have the LLMS.txt, the direct sitemap, and the Robots.txt. Everything is properly set up. The page's HTML size is under 2 megabytes, so that's perfect. Now, we'll see the list of all the technologies they're using. So here, they are on Shopify. Here, we'll see the analysis of the page loading, which is still currently in progress. Next, we'll see some other slightly more advanced information that I won't explain here, which is really for developers and technical experts. Then over here, we'll have consequently the geo analysis with the optimization score and page type. We'll have the content quotability and other important elements. We can click right here to preview the page as AIs might see it. We'll directly see the elements that are important to implement, for example, the FAQ or bold keywords. And here, we'll see the robots, the AI robots, the AI bots. Do we allow AIs to visit our site or not? These are declarations we make in our Robots.txt. Here, as we can see, all 23 are authorized. Below that, we'll have the links to all the social networks that we can copy. if we want to do that, or copy them all to get the exhaustive list. Finally, we'll see the metadata, which is the page data with the OG title, description type, image, URL, and site name. And to finish up, we'll look at the readability. Here, we can actually sample the colors of the page. We can also see if there are any words that are too long. We can also see if there are any colors, contrasts that aren't readable enough. And finally, the sentences that are too long, keeping in mind that Google can't tell the difference for now between lists and sentences without periods. And to wrap up, here, probably the most important point is that we'll have a direct connection to the Google Search Console. So for example, if I go back to SoRank and go here, we'll see the connection to SoRank automatically. And we'll be able to decide which actions to prioritize on this site to optimize the click-through rate. So here we're directly retrieving information from the Google Search Console in one click by logging in directly. So the goal of this feature is that you'll be able to connect your Google Search Consoles so that on very specific pages, you can know exactly what needs improving with all the audit recommendations we already give you, plus the data that Google Search Console gives you. Because here, we might have plenty of keywords that we haven't included in the body text and that Google Search Console brings up for us. And here, this is what we'll give you as suggested actions. And it's great. We do this for absolutely every single page. So if I go, for example, to the pricing page and we open it here and I go into Google Search Console here, we'll be able to see that. On this page, apparently, we're fully optimized because we're in a very good position. However, if I go to another page, we'll be able to see directly. For example, pricing here, if I went to the English page, we could see that there's different information to implement on the page. I wish you a very good day, and I invite you right now to install this extension, which is 100% free and will allow you to get much better search rankings. The link is in the description. And the very last thing I'd like to show you is directly in the extension. You'll be able to activate a special setting that will allow you here to add Google Search Console enhancements. So we activate it, we close it, and we can refresh the page. And here we're going to have different information about Google Search Console. For example, here we'll have all the Google updates, and below we'll see the direct calculation of growth. Simply, if we look at the 3-month scale, for example, we'll see the evolution of our click-through rates here and the evolution of our impressions. So what I invite you to do right now is go to Google, type in SoRank extension, click directly on the first link here, or click on the link in the description, install it in your browser, connect your Google Search Console, and simply be able to perform audits on the pages of your site and your clients. And the last gem I'm going to share with you is that by clicking on this button, you'll be able to get a page audit with all the recommendations present in the extension. All of this is 100% free, so I really recommend you install this extension as we release updates every week. Until then, subscribe and I'll see you soon for more SEO, more AI, for even more results. Bye.